Right, 065 for closing to 3 engine. 154 new is 065.
Hello guys. Narrated flight. This is going to be a bit of trial and error, so for those of you who were subscribed, hello and welcome to something a little bit different. I should probably explain, I've been an avid flight simmer for a long time, and I've spent the last year getting back into it all, and yeah, I'm now kind of at the stage where I'm confident enough to make some recordings and maybe do some live streams, but I'm not brilliant. So if you see a crap landing, just be thankful it's not real and I'm not actually flying you somewhere. Today we are in Toulouse, in a very cloudy Toulouse. We've just fueled up, so fuel truck's just left, and we are currently in the process of getting bits sorted. That catering's just arrived, and have got FS to crew installed, which means I'll be talking to my co-pilot, who's very clever because he's completely invisible, and we'll be getting the plane set up from pretty much from scratch. I've done a couple of little bits today just because I don't want to bore you too much, but yeah, the idea will be to get it set up very soon. Actually, I think he's going out very shortly for his little walk around thing that he does, so as soon as he does that, then we'll start setting the flight up. So get these doors open here so they can get the catering and all that sorted out. And now they've finished fueling, put the seatbelt signs on as well. So at the moment I am exclusively flying the Aerosoft Airbus. I am looking potentially at PMDG. I'm looking at the 777 and 747 for some long haul flights. However, I'm aware that that is the next kind of leap. And whilst this is reasonably immersive, it's not fully immersive, and there's some sort of shortcuts around systems and stuff around here. So I'm kind of still getting a grips with it a bit. I was playing it for years and years and years before I started doing all my old stuff, and I've kind of come back to it, but it's been so long I had to learn how to fly from scratch. And I've spent the last year crashing and making bumpy landings, but things are getting better, things are looking up, hence the reason why I've decided to put stuff back on the channel. So he's about to step out. I think we'll have to give him a name, so we'll call him Bob. He'll go and do his wandering round and checks. And whilst he's doing all that, we'll start getting ATC clearance. And it isn't that warm down here. It's like 18. It's colder. Sorry, it's warmer in the UK today. It's actually 19 degrees in the UK, but it's still really cloudy as well. So when we did get the Gatwick, I'm using active sky, so the weather that you see outside is what you get in real life. Active sky is just awesome. I was using Rex. The videos that you've been watching that I've released were recorded about 5-6 months ago originally, so they were all using Rex and they were edited in Windows Movie Maker, whereas now everything's been done through Adobe and active sky.
I'm out for the walk around.
Enjoy, have fun. So things should hopefully look and sound a little bit better.
Clearance delivery, Easy 8338. The 8 is request clearance.
I knew that was going to happen. I've got ATC program and it's basically a bit of an arse. So bear with me and I shall return. I'm back. Actually sounds a little bit better. So you can actually hear them now.
Clearance delivery, Easy 8338. Our parking position is Terminal 1, Gate East 10. The 8 is request clearance.
Easy 8338.
Roger, runway 32 left cleared to Echo Golf Kilo Kilo via LAC Oscar 5 Bravo departure and then as filed. Climb and maintain flight level 50. Expect flight level 360 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 123.05. Squawk 3026. QNH 1024.
Cleared via Lima Alpha Charlie Oscar 5 Bravo climb 2 flight level 50. Expect flight level 360 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 123.05. Squawk 3026. Easy 8338.
Easy 8338. Read back correct. Contact ground control on 120.9.
Roger 121.9. Easy 8338.
Okay.
325, can we change the ground for the pushback?
All is well, and as far as I'm aware, the flight plan that I've got in front of me on my other computer is mirroring that they've just given us, which is good. I use a program called PFPX to generate flight plans. So let's sort this out. I will do a video at some point where I actually explain all this for those of you who have any interest at all in it. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it's I don't know, I'll find it quite interesting to know. But this is the first one, and as such I just want to kind of get there and get it done. I've completely forgotten what the cruising altitude is. It's on here as well. 360 there. That's going to be
behind the 767 on your left. Behind the 767, taxi.
okay, that's that. So we've got a flight plan, and now what we need to do is just punch in everything that he's told me to make sure that we use the right runways, etc. So we're going out on 32 left, and we're going out via Laco 5B. Let's get that one there. Which is the same as I was on my flight plan. I've done that very often. And our scheduled arrival, which is subject to change, is on 26 left. So, and that's via Will 4C. Which means I've got to scroll all the way to the bottom.
225, after two traffic passing behind you, pushback is road facing east, blue line. After two traffic behind, facing east,
Okay,
blue line.
that's that done. Let's see, in fact, no, one thing I forgot to do is scroll down here and get rid of any continuity things, or what they're called, discontinuity. What was that? Boom. Hour and 20 minutes, which probably means about an hour and a half. Okay, we'll do a flaps 1 departure based on with regards to setting the trim and the rudder, I have absolutely no idea how to do any of that yet, so I've kind of just left it on its own, and it generates these automatically, which is very nice. So that's kind of all you need, which is good. Okay, barrel reference. Barrel's also set.
I'm back from the walk around and everything looks good.
Good, means we won't crash. Okay, bear with me whilst I get all the other shizzle up on the other computer, so I know where in the world I'm flying, because I'm terrible at reading instruments. You will have to forgive the random air traffic control noise in the background. As annoying as it is very immersive, and I do like it. I find it quite good. Just adds that little bit more realism. It's cool. Wow, that's a lot of taxiways. I think we're quite lucky because, as far as I'm aware, from where we're parked, we're literally going to there.
Hi, Captain. May we start boarding now?
Yes.
Great.
Marvellous. We're getting
Air France
passengers.
346 poursuit avec le sol 121.6. Au revoir.
So as soon as they're starting boarding, we'll do it through there as well. So get some passengers on the go. Get some bags coming on. And next thing I need to do is get some charts up. Which I should. You see, if I was actually prepared, I'd have done all this before I started recording, but I'm not. I promise you, these streams will get better. So those of you who are interested to know where I've flown and how terrible my landings were, can go onto a website called FSX Flight Tracker. When you're on there, if you search under the captain and search for Nick G44, all one word, you'll find my profile, and then click on that and it brings up all the flights that I've done, and it clearly shows you a graph of how well I did and the details on the landing, vertical speed, etc. So you can find out actually how bumpy it would have been. Ah, people. And then from there, you kind of you get the gist of kind of where I go. So I won't be making videos for every flight because that's too much, to be honest. But I'm going to try and get a fair few of these out. And I am open to ideas, guys. If you want me to do anything different, let me know. When I say different, I do mean in flight world.
Hello.
Okay, so I'm just getting the charts up so I know actually where we're going to be going and where we're taxiing to. And it does look like it's going to be a very short taxi, which in a way is a good thing and in a way is a bad thing because we've got a lot of checklists to drum through before we actually take off. So we'll just taxi about 3 miles an hour and all of that.
Can we change the ground for the pushback?
And for those of you who are wondering why the tunnel's not being used, it's because we're Easyjet and we're cheap. We don't pay airports enough money to use the tunnel, so they just give us stairs instead. True story, that. If you ever arrived and went on holiday and arrived and got off a plane on some stairs and saw a tunnel and thought, why am I going to walk down here instead of walking through that nice warm tunnel, it's because it costs airlines more. And they don't want to pay it, especially their budget airlines. Okay, so they're all getting on board. So we have to do the briefing. So I'm going to run that, and you can listen to what the fake me says to Bob.
Are you ready for the takeoff brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, we have no MEL issues today. I will be the pilot flying. It will be a standard takeoff, using noise abatement departure procedure 1. And we will be flexing to 7 degrees. We will use config 1 for takeoff. The runway condition is dry. As for anti-ice, it's not required. The packs will be on. We will use standard calls today. At or below 100 knots, I'll reject for any warnings. Below V1, I will only reject for an engine failure, a fire of any kind, a configuration warning, or anything I deem will adversely affect the safety of the aircraft. I will reject the takeoff by calling stop. If you could monitor that the auto brakes have activated and that the spoilers have deployed. Once we stop, if there's a fire, I'll position that side of the aircraft to be downwind and we'll evacuate through the open side. I'll advise the cabin and you talk to ATC. Above V1, we'll take the aircraft into the air, sort it out there, and decide if we need to return to the airfield. If you notice anything amiss during the takeoff roll, please notify me. Any questions?
That's checked, and no questions.
Takeoff brief complete.
It's weird, he never has any questions. He never asks for any questions. He's just that good at the briefing. Okay. You can do all that yourself, but it's just easier to press a button. especially when you don't really know what you're doing. So whilst that was going on, I was just running through the preliminary checklists. We have no white light, which is a good thing. White and blue are the things to look out for. If you see a white and blue, particularly a blue around here, that's a bad thing. And any white stuff up here is generally also a bad thing as well. So scare the passengers with the barking dog noise, which is always good fun. How many times did you get on a plane and think that it was a barking dog when you got on an Airbus? And let's say hello to everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from the flight deck, this is the captain speaking. On behalf of the first officer and the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard this flight today. Just a couple of quick words about safety. In a moment, the cabin crew will be giving you a safety demonstration. Even for the frequent flyers amongst you, I urge you all to give this your fullest attention, as it is not just for your safety, but also for those around you. Also, please remember to keep your seatbelt fastened whilst you remain seated, even with the seatbelt lights extinguished, in the event of unexpected turbulence in the air. I would also like to remind all passengers that this is a non-smoking flight, and that smoking aboard the aircraft is a criminal offence. As for now, we're just waiting for the final pieces of paperwork, and we'll be able to close the doors, get our clearance from ATC, and be on our way. With those formalities out of the way, please feel free to sit back, relax, make full use of all the facilities aboard this aircraft as you wish. I'll talk to you again in the cruise. Thank you.
Isn't he polite? One reason why I can never be a pilot, I don't think I'd actually ever be that polite to people. I'd just be sitting there going, yeah, get on, sit down, shut up. And don't talk till we arrive. Customer service and all that. Okay, right, so cargo wise, all the bags are on board now, so we can close the cargo doors. And next thing we're waiting for is a knock at the door from the ground agent, who's going to give us the paperwork to confirm that we've got all the numbers that we're expecting and our balance sheet. And at the moment we're running off the ground power, so we'll need to sort that out as well shortly. We'll need to disconnect the GPU and switch onto the plane power, aircraft's power. It is a bit of a long ass wait sometimes for this. That's the machine down here that's powering the aircraft at the moment. So you can tell this is an Air France hub, can't you? Although, is it still? Oh, there was an Easyjet plane over there, but it's gone. Okay. Yeah, alright. It was an Easyjet plane. This is the Aerosoft scenery for Toulouse. But there it is. It's over there. It's taken off. It's heading out. So we are scheduled to push back today at a local time, because don't forget we're in France, so if you're watching this in the UK, 1 hour ahead. In fact, we're 2 hours ahead of the clock down here, because this is set to Zulu time, French Mean Time, so we're on British Summer Time at the moment, so we're 2 hours ahead, so we are scheduled to push back at 16:35. So we've got 14 minutes. But we are going to get out early, which is nice. And we're due back in at about local time, 5:15. So, although it's potentially going to be a little bit after that.
May I take your code, please? Thank you.
Weather-wise, I don't think the winds are too bad today, so we shouldn't have too much of an issue. Although there was, when I did the flight plan, there was a 10-minute delay in the flight, so we are expecting a little bit of wind. And there'll be some outside the aircraft as well. Okay. So at 8 minutes to go, the ground agent's going to knock on the door, because he's like that, he's like clockwork, and he's going to give us our paperwork. And then what I'm probably going to do... Oh, there he is.
Hello, Captain. The passenger boarding is complete, and when you're ready, I have the load sheet for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a safe flight.
Very slow, but thank you. Right, there we go, right, we've got the paperwork. I think it's a little bit hard of hearing. Note, FS Crew seems to know when you're in a foreign country because they actually have foreign kind of sounding ground agents and all that sort of stuff, which makes life a little bit more immersive as well. So I'm all about the immersion on these things. So I try and make it as real as possible. I mean, that, you know, anybody that just plays flight sims, crash planes, they're not doing it properly. There is so much more to flight sim than crashing planes. And life is much more interesting, I think, when you do it all seriously. Don't get me wrong, I know everyone's different, and I know some people will just want to go around crashing things and simulating air crashes and all that sort of stuff, but not for me, not my bag. So our route today is taking us out to the north of Toulouse. We're then going to go sort of to the west over towards the coast of France. We're going to pass up past La Rochelle and then over Rennes. I think I'm saying these right. And then we're just going to cut over to the east of Jersey and then up over the Channel, over skipping across the Isle of Wight and then over the south coast and then probably across Hampshire and Sussex before turning left and heading into Gatwick. So it's a relatively short flight, and I do cut the video because otherwise I'd have no voice left by the time we finish up. So with 5 minutes to go, the purser will get on the blower and welcome all of the passengers to the flight, and that's when we start getting a little bit busier. And I think the most stressful part of this whole process is actually the bit between 5 minutes to go and just after takeoff, because there's an awful lot of information to get through on the checklist. Whereas landing is more about just concentrating on getting a smooth landing, and you know, there's very little to actually say, and to be honest, there's reasonably little to do. That's probably because I'm not doing everything properly, but I'm following the paperwork or the checklist that I've got written down in front of me. I try and do that as
Ladies and
much as I
gentlemen,
can.
welcome
So.
on board our flight today.
She's very
As you
posh.
locate your assigned seats,
I think she's from
please
British
place the
Airways. She
smaller items
defected
under
to
the seats in
Easyjet.
front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance, contact flight attendants.
So all the flights I do at the moment are all EasyJet. They're all real world flights. They are all places where EasyJet fly to. They're all real flight numbers. They're not the real departure and arrival times because I'm not that anal. However, I try and fly where they're flying, when they're flying. So, you know, I'm not likely to fly somewhere in the winter where EasyJet wouldn't necessarily go, and I certainly won't be flying somewhere where they just don't go. I should also point out I haven't checked the sound levels, so you might not be able to hear me over the air traffic control. That's going to be really irritating if I get to the end of this video, watch it all back and realise that you can't hear a thing I've been saying. We'll manage. Someone will turn up. Okay, right, let's get the APU fired up. So this is the auxiliary power for the aircraft. So we'll get this fired up, and once we've done that, we can get the ground power disconnected, and that then allows us to start getting nice fuel tank, and then we'll start heading back. I've not left this airport before, I've only arrived in it, so I don't think I've flown anywhere more than once yet. Which is slightly stupid. Because if I've flown places more than once, I probably know more what I'm doing. There's more of a chance of something going wrong when you actually leave the place for the first time. There's every chance that the pushback's all set up wrong or something. Okay, so the APU is now up and running. So we can put the APU bleed on. You'll notice the change in sound now as the air conditioning, etc. all kicks in. Feel that breeze. Okay. Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
Please disconnect the external power.
Roger, disconnecting the GPU.
So they'll now disconnect that, and we're now running off our own steam. And we'll close at the back door.
Captain, the GPU is now disconnected.
Oh, marvellous.
Ground to cockpit.
Oh. Go ahead.
Alright, Captain, we are removing the stairs now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. Right, there we go. So they'll now leave. You can see there's the stairs moving all by themselves. Very clever, the French stairs. Okay, so we now just need to wait for the flight crew to come back to us to say everything's fine in the cabin, and once they've confirmed everything's good, then we can start getting stuff ready to get out of here. Which does involve a couple of checklists first, so this is where Festa Crew kind of comes into its own a little bit more after this. I think we're all good.
Hi Captain, the cabin is ready to go.
Thank you.
If you need anything, just let me know.
I'll remember that.
6128.
Before start procedures.
Holding our position. Air France 6128.
No, he's not interested. Before start procedures.
Okay.
It's a little bit slow, my co-pilot. Either that or the button's a bit sticky on the keyboard. Okay. Before start checklist to the line.
Before start checklist down to the line. Cockpit preparation.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On.
Ideas.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
Set.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Baro ref.
1024. Set.
1024. Set. Before start checklist completed to the line.
Before start checklist below the line.
Before start checklist below the line. Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Set.
Before start checklist complete.
Okay, so that's the two checklists that we need to do now done. So what we now need to do is make sure we can get out of here.
Grant, Easy 8338. Request startup and pushback.
Easy 8338. Start up and pushback approved.
Approved.
Easy 8338.
Okay, so they're happy for us to push back. So now what we'll do is we'll just get that sorted with them as well. Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We're ready for engine start. We are ready for engine start.
Okay, all doors and edges are closed, beacon is rotating, engine intakes are clear, and the trucks have been removed. You're clear to start all engines.
So there's the man, and you probably just saw the tug moving as well, so he's theoretically the guy that's talking to us. So we're going to push straight back, and
ground to cockpit, we're ready for pushback.
oh, marvellous. So get those gears locked.
Locking gear.
We'll let the cabin crew know to arm the slides. And that's it, we're then away, so That cloud looks quite thick. So you ain't going to see a lot.
Departure check completed, Captain. Bypass pin inserted. And release parking brakes, sir. Commencing the push, Captain. Start engines at your discretion.
All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Okay.
Cabin crew, arms, lines and cross-check.
Air France 612.
Okay, starting engine 2.
City taxi, Air France 6128.
So I'm having to do this kind of a bit more manual than normal with pushback, because we can't push back to the left because well, there's a building there. I didn't really want to risk it, so I'm just pushing straight back. So keeping an eye on the levels, making sure everything's starting well and normal. And once they've settled down, we'll start engine number 2 or 1 even. Okay, so they've all settled. So starting engine 1. Dog barking again. What is that? Surely that should be on the grass or something. I think they're going to stop the push automatically. Yeah, they are. That's good of them. Oh, very handy. Very handy.
And set parking brakes, please.
Oh, that's, it's a good start on engine 2, I think. Yeah, good start on engine 2 as well. So all engines now running. So that's good news. So they'll now disconnect from the front and
Unlocking gear.
disappear off.
Captain, the tow truck is disconnected and the bypass pin is removed.
Marvellous. He's very informative, isn't he?
Do you wish to continue taxi or do you have to stop?
We'll continue, or stop, whatever you like.
If you can, you may continue.
Okay, we'll continue.
Left and right, both clear.
You're cleared to disconnect and go to hand signals. You are cleared to disconnect and go to hand signals.
Have a safe flight.
Takes a while. After start procedure.
Check. Flaps 1 plus F.
Okay, so APU can now come off. This one under powers the engines.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
So
welcome.
stuff's done. So after start checklist.
After start checklist. Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
Set.
Rudder trim.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Flight controls checked.
Ready.
Fasten your seatbelt
Full
by
up.
inserting the metal clips into the buckle.
Full down.
Tighten by pulling on the belt.
Neutral.
To release your seatbelt,
Full left.
the metal flap on the buckle.
Full right.
It is our policy that
Neutral.
you keep your seatbelt
Rudder.
fastened at all times while
Full
seated.
left.
Doors are clearly
Full
marked
right.
with exit signs and
Neutral.
instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped
Okay,
with an
so
escape slide.
we're now pretty much good to go.
Locate the nearest
Let's get some permission to
exit
taxi
point.
and then we'll move
May
off.
be behind you. In an emergency,
Easy
lights will illuminate the aisle.
8338, request
The cabin
taxi.
is pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen mask remain
Via
seated
Tango
with your
40
seatbelt
November
fastened
4
and
Mike
pull
2
the
to
mask
runway
towards you to
32
start the
left,
flow of
easy
oxygen.
8338.
Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not
Okay.
inflate. Cover
Let's
your
get out of
nose
here.
and mouth with a mask. Place the elastic
Clear on the
band
left.
around your head
Clear
and
on the
tighten
right.
by pulling on the end. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Your life jacket
Now,
is located
because I've not
under
been
your
here
seat.
before,
Tighten the
I
straps,
do need to
and once
have
outside
a quick look at the
aircraft,
charts
pull
and
on the
actually
tabs
make
to
sure
inflate your jacket.
we know where we're
If the
going.
jacket fails to inflate, use the
Eleven
tube placed
462,
near the
taxi
neck.
landing point
Your
27,
jacket is
behind
equipped with a light that will
767
automatically illuminate in water.
Behind the 767,
This is a non-smoking
taxi
flight.
27,
Smoking is
Emirates
not
562.
permitted in the cabin or in the lavatory.
Ground Air France
Having lights
6133.
turned off,
Request taxi.
reading light
Air
buttons
France
are located over your head.
6133. Taxi
Thank
via
you very much
Tango
for your
50 Tango 40 Sierra 3 November 1 to runway 32 right.
Via Tango 50.
So cabin crew will now give us a shout when they're
November 1 to runway
when they're
32
happy.
right. Air France 6133.
City 1311. Hold your position.
Holding our position. City
When they're happy, the flight decks
1311.
will secure, and then we can move on to the next part of the checklist, which pretty much gets us ready for takeoff. You'll see there's a bit of blue down there on the ECAM panel at the moment. That's normal, because until the cabin crew have confirmed they're happy, we won't get everything fully ready to go. Oh, you don't see those every day. Ha. We're going to have a bit of an issue here. This is good old ultimate traffic doing its thing. However, there's a trick. Up here, do that.
Hi there, flight deck. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Thank you. So you can press that and you can actually clear all of the
Can we change the ground for the pushback?
all the bits. So I know that this is 3-2 right. I just need to work out how we get across the 3-2 left.
Italia 325, taxi stop Fox 7 via Blue Line.
Fox 7, Italia 325, sorry.
That's not helpful. I'm going to go up here in the hope that it's this one. I haven't done my homework, as you probably guessed with this. I should have done. I really should have been looking before. Normally I do check, but today's all been a bit of a rush today to do this, so I haven't actually had a chance to look at the taxi charts or anything to work out where I'm going.
3443, good morning.
She's a bit wrong, but there we go.
So startup is approved and report ready for taxi.
Before takeoff, checklist to the line.
Before takeoff checklist down to the line. Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flap setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
V1 122. VR 133. V2 134. Flex to temp 67.
V1 is 1, 2, 2. V rotate is 1, 3, 3. V2 is 1, 3, 4. And for the flex temp we have 6, 7 degrees. ATC.
Set.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff no blue.
Before takeoff checklist completed to the line.
Okay, so that's close enough for me. This is November 4, but we'll take November 2. Can't imagine we're going to have any problems at all.
Easy 8338. Contact tower on 118.1.
So that's our cue to
3, 2,
get the cabin crew seated.
118.1. Easy 8338.
Cabin crew seats for departure.
Clear on the approach.
Before takeoff, checklist below the line.
Before takeoff checklist below the line. Cabin crew.
Advise.
TCAS.
TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
PAX.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Okay, so we're now pretty much ready to go. So this is, by chance, the right way. So we get some permission to take off.
Tower, easy 8338. Holding short of runway 32 left, request departure.
Easy 8338. Line up runway 32 left.
Marvellous.
Lining up runway 32 left, easy 8338.
Turn the landing lights on.
Approaching.
Landing lights
32 left.
Okay, so this is the better bit now.
behind the traffic, line up runway 27 and be ready behind.
132, line for wait on the traffic signal, final behind.
So we had a 15-minute allotted taxi time. We've used 6 minutes of it. That's good. And we pushed back early. Actually, no, we didn't. According to the time, we didn't actually. Okay, here we go.
On runway
I like this
32 left.
Easy 8338. Wind 310 at 3. Runway 32 left. Clear for takeoff. Good flight.
Runway 32 left, cleared for takeoff. Easy 8338.
The 95 Whiskey Delta behind the traffic, line up runway 27 and wait behind. Behind landing traffic, line up runway 27 right behind 95.
Take off.
Check. Thrust set 100 knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Autopilot 1 on.
Autopilot 1 on.
May have forgotten to say take off there.
8338.
Oops.
Contact departure on 123.05.
123.05.
Gear
Easy 8338.
Thrust climb.
Checked.
Flap 0.
Flaps 0.
Departure easy 8338. With you passing 2,700 for flight level 50.
Runway 8338. Radar
Wow, she sounds weird.
Oscar 5 Bravo, departure climb 2, flight level 150.
Via Lima Alpha Charlie Oscar 5 Bravo. Departure climbing 2, flight level 150. Easy 8338.
After takeoff checklist to the line.
After takeoff checklist down to the line. Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
After takeoff checklist completed to the line.
Ding the cabin, let them know they can wander around, cabin crew can now wander around, and get above all this nasty cloud. Set standard.
Standard cross-checked. Passing flight level 060. Now.
Check. After takeoff checklist below the line.
After takeoff checklist below the line. Baro ref.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff checklist complete.
And that is pretty much it. We're now on our way to Gatwick. And it is incredibly cloudy. Unless the situation's changed back in England, it's going to be pretty much the same weather conditions there. Although it wasn't very bumpy coming up through the cloud, that was nice. So.
Roger, FSVW with you at flight level 133.
Look at those views, nice, isn't they? Here was me hoping to show off my orbit scenery, and it's not really going to work.
Departure guide NVidea with you at flight level 143.
Until way, you're identified.
So that is kind of it for the takeoff. I guess a little bit boring from now. We literally just climb up to our cruising altitude, and then from there chug up towards the English Channel before we then start our descent. So I'll cut the video here. Hopefully I'll try and do a nice little time lapse. Hopefully it's going to work. If it doesn't, then it will just jump back to just before the descent. Hopefully you're enjoying it. See you soon.
We'll be right back.